Coming up, a musical performance right here in the studio from the latest show at the Bloomington Civic Theater, based on the story of the Little Match Girl.
Ooh, it'll be good.
Kind of a holiday theme there.
You know, every time the Coen brothers make a new movie, we Minnesotans pay attention. Not only are they Academy Award-winning filmmakers, but they always bring something a little different to the screen.
Absolutely.
Usually I'm left trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You may have this reaction with this one. Their new movie is no exception. It's got music, it's got guitars, it's got Justin Timberlake.
Like it?
Yeah, here's more from the cast of Inside Llewyn Davis.
What'd you say you played?
Folk songs.
Folk songs. Thought you said you were a musician.
I say they're the Bob Dylan of the film industry. You know, since we're in Minnesota anyway, I might as well go ahead and just say what I think.
Golden Globe, Grammy, and Academy Award winner, musician, producer T-Bone Burnett is a frequent collaborator with our Coen brothers.
I think they are our most inventive filmmakers. I think they're our bravest filmmakers. And I can tell you something else. I think if anybody else had come to me and said, we're going to do a movie and we're going to do it with, it's going to have whole songs, 2, 3, 4-minute performances of songs, and we're going to shoot it all live with no pre-records, I would have told them they were crazy and they weren't going to be able to do it. Just don't even try it.
Yeah.
But because it was the Coen brothers, I said, okay, let's go.
Yeah, we had an interesting casting challenge.
I got a phone call from Joel Coen, and I proceeded to pee in my pants.
For me, I would I would just be a bellhop or a patron in a bar while Oscar's playing any day in a Coen Brothers film.
Garrett Hedlund grew up
Yeah.
in northern Minnesota. Describe him.
He's a great presence, though, even though he doesn't say a lot. He makes me laugh. He's a funny guy.
We released Prashaz on our own recognizance.
What Double Here is trying to say is that we felt the institution no longer had anything to offer us.
I met him in 1985, and I went in to audition for Raising Arizona, and I got in there, and we just started goofing around. It's like I found some fellow Midwestern wise guys, and I didn't know if I had the movie when I walked out, but I knew I never had a better audition. George Washington Bridge. You throw yourself off the Brooklyn Bridge, traditionally. George Washington Bridge. Who does that? And it's kind of been that way ever since. They make me laugh.
To play the title character, the Coens needed someone who could act, sing, and play the guitar.
When I go back Baltimore. I auditioned for him. It was very traditional. I just obsessed. What I lack in talent, I make up for with obsessiveness.
Actor Oscar Davis had to learn a new way to play guitar old school.
It's this thing called Travis picking, which it's very similar to stride piano or ragtime piano, you know, so the left is going dum 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 dum. So the right hand is doing this syncopated rhythm while the left hand carries the bass line. And so that's what you're doing with these 3 fingers. The thumb is the bass and these 2 fingers are playing the melody and the counter melody. So yeah, you have to rewire your brain into figuring out how to keep that rhythm going. They don't compliment a lot.
They don't compliment a lot.
No, they don't compliment at all, really.
Doesn't that make you feel, are they liking me or not?
Yeah, it does. That's exactly how it makes you feel for the first week. But then you have to get used to it really quick, and so you stop worrying about whether they're liking it or not, and you just start doing the work.
Don't you wonder why? Dudes, what's up? Throw me a bone.
Yeah, but it wouldn't occur to them to work that way. And what it does is actually great because you're no longer looking for approval. So it takes away that neuroses, you know, because sometimes a director will be like, that was great, and the next take they're like, that was really good. And you're like, okay, well, why wasn't that great? Why was it only really good? And the next time they don't say anything. Then the next time they say that was good. If it was good or great or what. So it takes all that away.
Are they friendly? We like to say Minnesota nice.
Yeah.
Are they Minnesota nice, or are they aloof, or what's that relationship?
For me, the biggest gift of this whole experience has been their friendship.
Okay, let's hear something.
You don't want to hear the record?
Why should I? You're here. Play me something. Play me something from Inside Llewyn Davis.
Fairly well.
I love the music.
Yeah.
Have you ever met Joel and Ethan Coen?
I have on set, and,
Yeah.
they knew who I was, so evidently they watched Traffic in the morning.
Well, hello.
Hey guys.
Who doesn't? And I mean, do you get a sense from them? Because I feel like you don't see that much from them. You know,
They
they're
are-
kind of let their work speak for themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're very quiet people as far as
Yeah.
publicity. They
Yeah.
just keep their eyes focused on the work. Isn't that funny though that they don't talk to their actors
Yeah.
as far as, you know, try this, try that. They're like,
I know.
okay, next scene.
It's a good idea. It's an
Yeah.
interesting perspective. I like that. Okay,
He
tell me
said,
about.
he did say though, I go, well, because they're co-directors.
Yeah.
Does Joel come up and say, I want you to be angry? And then a minute or two
Ethan will say
passes and
something
Ethan
else.
goes, I want you to be happy.
Yeah.
I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, they do conflict each other. I go, what do you do then? He goes, I do what the last brother told me to do. Whoever gave the last advice, that's
man.
what I'm going to do.
How do you like this movie?
I like this movie. It's one of those movies that I thought about after.
I love that.
It wasn't what I was expecting. It's dark.
Yep.
And the character is sometimes lovable. Sometimes you just go, no, you're making bad decisions.
That's a Coen Brothers movie.
So there's humor, but there's dark humor.
Yeah.
John Goodman, always fantastic. But yeah, the whole movie is like that, kind of a cold Minnesota vibe about it. And Bob Dylan does have a presence
Okay.
in this movie.
4 out of 5 Rusties you're
I
giving
give it 4 out of 5 Rusties.
Okay.
I liked it.
No, that's awesome. All right, thanks, Rusty.